Over the past few weeks, we have been doing a deep dive into the five love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. But here is the thing: just knowing your love language or your partner's is just the first step. The real magic happens when you learn to apply the love languages that you learn in your daily life. So today we're going to wrap up the series that we've been talking about and figure out how to make love languages work for you, your partner, and even in other relationships. Now let's be real. Love languages aren't just a one-time thing where you figure it out and suddenly everything clicks. People evolve and change, and so do their love languages. Relationships take intentional effort. But when we consistently show up and we show up with love in a way that truly speaks to our partner's heart, that's when we create the real connection and true intimacy. And so today I want to go over a few things that we can do to ensure that we create these connections and intimacy. And the first one is to treat love language like a lifestyle and not just a checklist. One of the biggest mistakes that we make is treating love languages like a to-do list. Okay, I said I love you today, check. Or I bought him a just because gift, check. It needs to be organic, thoughtful, and a part of your everyday life. So a few examples of this would be, if your partner's love language is words of affirmation, don't just say, I love you. Tell them why. If it's quality time, don't just sit next to them. Put your phone away and be fully present with them. If they value acts of service, look for ways to lighten their load without being asked. Another way that we can strengthen our connection with love languages is to make sure that we are pouring into our relationships and speaking up for our own love languages as well. Because your love languages deserve to be spoken as well. So ask yourself this: am I communicating my needs clearly? Have I told my partner how I best receive love? Am I giving love the way they need while also making space for what I need? A relationship thrives when both partners feel seen and valued. This is cliche, but love is a two-way street, so you have to speak up for your love languages as well. Another thing we can do is use love languages to navigate conflict, right? So let's talk about something real for a second. Conflict. We all experience it. I mean, every relationship, it's inevitable that you're going to have conflict. But did you know that by using love languages, you can actually resolve conflict faster and maybe a lot easier? So think about the last disagreement you had. Was your partner upset because they were feeling unheard? And it may be because you were not communicating with them in a love language in a way that they could feel seen and heard in the conflict. So if it's words of affirmation, you may need to say things like, I hear you, or I understand, to just ensure that you are fully engaged with them, and that this is a partnership in this conflict and that you are not opponents. Because love languages aren't just about romance. They're also about emotional safety. We also need to explore love languages beyond romantic relationships. Because here's the thing: love languages don't stop with your spouse. They actually affect all our relationships, our kids, our friends, even our coworkers. So, for instance, kids, those of you who have children, understanding their love languages really helps them feel secure and valued as well. In your friendships, loving your friends in their love language deepens your bond. In the workplace, knowing how your colleagues feel appreciated can really help to boost teamwork and morale. So when we understand love languages and how they show up differently in every relationship, we can truly figure out how to make them thrive. In closing, love is a choice. As cliche as it sounds, it is the truth. Love is a choice. And so we have to be intentional about showing up for people and loving them in the ways that they feel seen and heard, and also communicating our needs in the way that we best feel seen and heard. And remember, it is about intentionality and effort. Start with a conversation with your partner about how you both want to feel loved. and drop a comment below and let me know what's one way you've seen love languages improve your relationship. What are some things you're going to take from this series and start implementing? I just want to hear back from you about how love languages can either make or break your relationship. Remember, love is a language that we all speak, but true connection comes when we learn to speak it fluently. So let's keep growing together. As always, if you enjoyed this video, learned something from it, please like, comment, and share this with somebody else. And don't forget to subscribe to become a part of the community. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep growing, keep loving, keep thriving.